They about to be mad at us.
Oh shit! That's just. I don't even care. Don't judge me just because I hummed the song. I didn't even say nothing.
They
it just
about
went
to
hand
be
in hand.
mad at us.
It just went hand in hand. But anyway,
well, y'all can skip that part. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of CHRISSIE We gonna skip that. I'm the controversial one, clearly, because I sparked that shit off.
And I'm the authentic one because I kept it the beam with the follow up.
And together we are to each his own.
Yes, I can't even get it out, girl. We started off on a beat.
They's gonna be bad. Anyway,
they gonna live. I promise. And y'all gonna be back next week.
On to worse news. Hurricane Milton.
Yes.
We're just going to jump right into what's going on this week.
The relief package, they trying to give them shade boots.
First of all, they got Milton and I thought it was Melvin was somewhere too.
Helene, yeah, that's the one that's currently like affecting them right now. But the other one that did damage that came before, they had all the flooding and stuff, was Helene.
Yeah, I saw her.
So they only supposed to get what, $750 a pop? Like what? That's crazy. And now they saying they running all together. How?
Prayers, condolences, and safety to all of those that the hurricanes have hit. It's devastating. I've experienced that, and it's not fun.
Yeah, I definitely did like reach out to my dad. Like, okay, so what's your plan? Like, what are you doing? He like, I'm about to Uber until I can't Uber no more. Then I'm out, peacing out. I'm not staying here. I'm like, great job. Great job. Make sure you keep your gas on the, on good levels, because some places didn't have gas. Like it's real rough. So prayers and and any way you can help those.
Run for cover.
Yep.
In my Missy Elliott voice.
Some people can't leave, so it's like, what do they really do? That's just real sad.
I saw this one video of this girl on I think it was a TikTok clip where she had packaged up all the shit. She took all the stuff from underneath her sink. She was like, y'all ain't gonna ruin my new furniture. She put the furniture up on the bed. She put everything up on buckets, bitch. Everything is on a high rise.
Period. She got to be forced.
Yes, she did. I said, I see them Home Depot buckets, niece.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
I said, she said, I'm going to be prepared as I can. So clearly she might be one of those people who couldn't leave. Mm-hmm. So she definitely stayed planted but prepared as best she could. So again, shout out to y'all. On to, is it better news? I know, what's this RIP Carriage? Is this the Carriage I'm thinking of?
Yes.
I know you're not talking about.
To demolish Carriage House, and all our friends who were recently up there for homecoming, because they did hit me up. I'm like, I can't make it.
What? Who just randomly decided to go to homecoming this year? I saw a few whispers.
I don't know
about that. Bunch of guys like we went to a PWI. Why the fuck would y'all go to a homecoming?
I don't know, but everybody went up there.
Like we ain't go to no HBCU.
We sure didn't, but I feel like, and it's so, oh my goodness. So
we can but at this age, we can do all the shit that we did up there at home or somewhere else. Like
True,
we don't got to go back up to the mountains to do it.
Okay, I understand. Listen, I knew I wasn't going to make it, but however, I see why they did go, because there is a sense of nostalgia there, being as though we were at a
It don't even look the same.
And some people feel like because it's more unity at PWIs, because it's such a small population, but it just depends on the school, honestly. But I could see why someone would go to college thinking that. It makes sense.
This is a face of me trying to get myself to believe that I can see why they went, because I still can't.
That's because they wanted to go. Honestly, the only reason you gonna go there is if you really want to go, because that is a husky drive. And we used to do it too. I think we done been up and down that highway 100 times.
That's something like it's just.
I don't know. However,
R.I.P. to the Carriage House. Though I had a lot of memories in that place. Why are they tearing it down? Somebody's a new property owner or something?
Oh, you know what? It's 2024.
Fuck that mean.
Never mind, but go ahead. You said, so why are they knocking down Carriage?
Yeah, is it a new property owner or something?
Well,
are they putting new condos or something there?
More than likely, they probably are, but it was just so bad in there. Like, it was already terrible.
It was rough.
It was real, like...
It was in my project.
Yes.
It was,
Yes.
but it was like you said. It's some sort of sense of nostalgia.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people.
There.
It's the comments.
You know how many people got pregnant in Carriage?
You know how many people got just memories, period, in that
Comment
building.
or like this video if you know somebody or you yourself got pregnant in Carriage or you got somebody pregnant in Carriage.
I'm done. That's like 50% of people who watching this who go to school with us. Easily.
Hey, y'all. Tell the babies we say hey. You know, to each his own love the kid.
Say hi to your auntie. Oh my goodness, but rest in peace, Carriage, yo. Many memories in that.
And for anybody, of course.
The popcorn walls. I'm like, oh yeah, you was rumbling.
Oh, girl, bitch. Yes, I got my knuckles scratched a couple of times. On
not even that, just walking down and how narrow they was, and then how they came out, and then they get narrow again. It just was crazy.
And the Carriage House, and for everybody who went to college, you have like that landmark residence. You know, or apartment building that staple, or a few of them that like just cracked. That was just like that main one. Mm-hmm. So for anybody who went to IUP, Carriage House was definitely one of them ones. Of course, you know, like I said, every school has their ones.
They do.
But Carriage House was
one of them ones.
Was one of them ones for us.
For sure.
It was one of a few because I was just talking about Copper Beach recently. And
Wait a minute. Do you want to hear something wild?
What?
I was literally just talking about college. And somebody asked me what school I went to, and they told me that they had applied there. So I'm like, okay. They was like, and yo, why they said the first party of the weekend, the floor fell in? I said, not again. The whole room bust out laughing. Matter of fact, I didn't even tell them I went there yet, but the whole room figured it out once I said this. They was like, you went to IUP? I'm like, yeah, they was cracking up. That's how they found out, matter of fact. I'm thinking of the backwards.
That motherfucker so hard.
Girl, I said, that happened when I was at a party too. It was twice Halloween.
While we was up there.
It was Halloween.
Yeah, it was. Damn.
That's crazy. It was Halloween, bro.
Halloween season. Damn. Damn. R.I.P. to Carriage.
Yeah. See you later.
Damn, like I said, there was a lot of fucking that went on in that house. A lot of fucking and fighting that went on in the Carriage House.
Yes, just like you said, it was definitely giving that aesthetic.
It was the place to be. We did a lot of fighting in Carriage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You play too much.
Next topic.
I know, I'm sliding. I'm doing electric slide.
Because I was about to say something.
Yeah, you about to start your shit? I felt
girl, you know when you get me started talking about college, them drifting on the memory. I start remembering.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Oh my goodness.
What?
Cue the music of drama.
They say this is a big rich town.
I wish I could play the piano.
I just come from the poet's bar. Legal or legal, baby, I gotta make it. I've been singing that somber, slow version ever since the fucking finale.
Yo, you wanna know what's funny? Earlier, I think, what was I looking at? Something. I was on one of the platforms, and it was so funny. Somebody reposted. It was like, "Oh, remember this memory? Remember when Trey Songz almost single-handedly
and we wasn't gonna let him
ruin
do that.
The intro of Power?"
And we wasn't gonna let him do that.
My goodness!
But when they played that somber version and that scene with Tyreek and that episode, that shit, oh my god, that shit been ringing in my head ever since.
They killed that joint. They did. They killed it.
So y'all, the time has finally come. I know it's been a couple weeks. By the time y'all see this, it's been about 2 weeks.
Yes.
You'll see this.
Just a little too.
But the finale of PowerBook 2 has finally come.
Yes. My emotions are emotional.
The directors have finally cut. And when I tell you,
the cut.
My heart,
I feel like we should got a 2-hour episode.
I do. But you know what I noticed?
At least 90 minutes. 90 minutes.
They gave us a solid 60 minutes. If you notice the rest of the episode, it's always about 50-something minutes.
Yeah.
They gave us a solid 60
hour.
Minutes. It was an hour and 1 minute.
Wow.
They gave us literally a solid 60 minutes. I said, okay, so y'all gave us an extra few minutes. But the cliffhanger at the end, though, like the phone call with Tyra, it's just still so, I'm like, y'all could have just went so much further.
Yeah.
With this. And bringing in that fucking Blanca and that goddamn Jennifer.
I knew they wasn't, but
at the end, and then mentioning exactly Lauren.
I mean. Yes.
Again, I'm like, y'all could have took this so much
and you know,
further.
I've been the one screaming from the top of the hills about Lauren.
Effie said her name, I said, oh my God, I said that goddamn Anna.
I went off. I hit the roof.
I know
you know
you
how
did. I heard your
a
scream
tea kettle
from where I was at.
hits the roof. That was me.
Yeah, we
that
was
me.
nowhere near each other, but I heard your
I
scream
know.
when it happened.
I'm like, are you fucking
I
kidding me?
said the way that y'all had, I'm gonna say half-assedly tied up these loose ends, because again, y'all could have taken this so much further.
Yeah, they could have made it way more interesting. They could have added
so
on to
much
the story.
further. Yet
it just could have went so many ways.
Beyond not even just adding more to the story, so much has still happened. It was still so many parts to the current storylines, because it's still so many people involved.
So Salim just died. That was it. Nobody investigated it. Like
nobody gave a fuck. Yeah, because he was just the extra.
It's crazy to me. Then Effie mom pop up, and then you don't see her again.
You don't see her again.
What was the point in that?
I thought it was going to be so much. Yeah, I'm like, I felt like y'all was going to bring much more out of Effie, wrapping it up at the end, bringing her mom, and then y'all
wound
did.
up seeing Tariq in Chicago. I don't know, because I feel like he's going to Chicago. Like, I know he's got, that's Tommy all 1,000%.
Like, is Effie going to ride off into the sun with King? Like,
I don't know.
She going to go on the run with him? Like, is he going to be here in California?
Or they all gonna wind up in Chicago?
Who do y'all think was the one that called Tyreek at the fucking end? And he said, you know, we always gonna be family. Bet
Tommy.
I'm a suit. I said I thought it was either. I think it was either Tommy or King.
I think it's Tommy.
Or Diana. Diana's final memory at the end gave me she was just gonna step up and take Monet's place. Because remember, she was talking about in the final two episodes about, you know, feeling lost and not really being present and really knowing what she wanted, wanting a baby again, but not really knowing she wanted to be in school or whatever like that. It just, in that whole final memory of that family member.
For 3 minutes.
She was
like,
she got too attached too fast, and then she got irked with Tyreek because he didn't want to fuck with no
girl. You got too much violence happening, too much stress.
And I think that's exactly what's going to push her into just wanting to take Monet's spot, because she's so angry, because she's now had so many losses. Mm-hmm. I think that's what's that was supposed to be, you know, the forethought to, okay, yeah, she's just going to take over Monet's spot.
Well, for me personally, I just feel like she's lost at this point. I feel like that scene left me feeling like it just was the general consensus of what, like you said, what she's been saying for the past few episodes. Like, I feel so lost. I don't know what to do. Like, and the only place she got is that house. So I feel like maybe that's just where she at with it.
I feel like the only person the better off person, Drew ended up with the better option.
Absolutely, because now he gets to leave the country and live his life. Like, I wasn't even here. I was in France.
Fly on like a bird, little bird.
Fly a butterfly. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Black butterfly.
That whole show, though, I'm just like, yo.
It had me, and it has, I ain't gonna say had, because it still has me in the chokehold. I'm like very tempted to start all over.
I hate you.
Like, from PowerBook 1, season 1, all through season 7 to PowerBook 2. It's like reading a book.
It is.
And I'm upset that this book has ended.
Me too. Had us in a chokehold for the key.
I told my mom that. She took a deep breath from me. I said, Mom, this show has had me in the chokehold for 10 whole years. It's been in, she said, oh.
And I started at the very beginning.
And she told me, she said, Christine, that's why after Scandal, I couldn't do it. Because she was that way with Scandal.
It's crazy because my mom was too. My mom loved Scandal.
And I got on Scandal late, but I can totally understand why.
I'm crying. I never watched it.
Bitch, I didn't binge watch it.
You know, this is honestly, and to be honest, Power is the first show that I watched like that ever. Like, I don't keep up with shows like that.
And I'm so emotionally attached to Power. Like, again, I still shed tears. I shouldn't be, but I really am. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I need Tyreek and take the team up now that you know who really killed your brother. Mm-hmm. And Tyreek got his cop plug now and everything. Mm-hmm. When I tell you by the end of the season, I said, you go, boy.
Because it's not really like, it's not really like Nico can't
really do nothing.
Yeah, he knows too much about you, son.
So and he broke Tasha's little heart.
Yeah, he did.
But he said, I can't have nothing I love. I said, you are your daddy's son.
Your daddy's boy.
You are your daddy's son. I was so proud of him. I said, Ghost is smiling in his grave. I was clapping for him. I said, Ghost, get up.
I definitely.
Look at what he did. Ghost, get up.
I ain't gonna lie. He definitely did. I seen a post that was like, this nigga graduated Stansfield, sold drugs and still managed to keep everybody alive. And he came up. I'm like, you know what? You didn't lie.
That's James Jr. Damn.
When he called him James Scan Patrick or something like that was fucking
That shit was funny. That shit was funny.
That was funny. But yeah.
All right, y'all. Enough tears have been shed.
Oh man,
my eyes have actually watered.
Oh,
don't judge me.
Mine is itching.
What's next? Oh,
tell the truth, shame the devil.
Oh, girl.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you know or you've been told, but like as always, every few years something comes out about Chris Brown. Now I'm not trying to say just because I have this tone of voice or I love him very much that he's automatically innocent. However, another one, just proved what some of the other side has to say, and you was lying, ma'am.
Yeah, they said your lawyer dropped you.
The lawyer dropped her. So, if you're going to do this and be in the public eye, please make sure your story sticks. I'm not saying and condoning anyone lying on anyone, but make sure you got your shit in order so you can prove. Because in court, even if that is the truth, it's about what you can prove, ma'am. So, and these people are powerful. So, money, power might make it go away. Take notes. That's the unfair way of life. But anywho.
I know what we on, but it's not coming up for me. It's getting on my nerves.
Oh, shoot. So, what you mean? The next topic is not coming up?
No, the Chris Brown one.
Oh, so, yeah. Basically what I just said. The lawyer dropped her and she wasn't being honest and she was lying about her allegations. So, the person behind the trailer clip for the documentary has been involved in falsifying information about Chris Brown's settled assault case. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, wow. That's a lot, y'all. So I don't even know if the documentary going to matter at this point. Because now they, with that piece added into it, it's just
so they're trying to say the most recent young lady that came out and accused him of rape, she was the nail in the coffin for getting a documentary released.
I don't know, I guess.
And now,
or maybe they're falsified, or maybe the person who created it falsified the information and she just rolled with it. I don't know. I guess we'll get all the details. Because the message at the bottom wrote in
That's what I said. It's not opening for me. That's what I was saying. So it
says, the person behind the trailer clip for the documentary has been involved in falsifying information about Chris Brown's settled assault case. So what did they lie about in there?
Behind the trailer clip. So the girl.
Yeah.
The accuser.
After text found on phone. I don't know. They said this is the same woman from 2022 that falsely accused Chris Brown of rape, and he was exonerated by voicemails and text messages. It's this bitch.
And she did. Yeah, I saw it earlier.
It was 2 years ago. I remember that. I remember when that came on. I was like, oh my goodness, not again. Because everybody was talking. I think that was that around the time? Yeah, the 2022. He was supposed to do the Michael Jackson joint, and they canceled it. I think so. Don't quote me. I ain't chronological.
I ain't want to sit here and try to act like I can remember what exact year it was because I can't.
Yeah, but that was 2022 when she first initially said something. So, yeah.
Well, bottom line, you lie, bitch, and you better hold off on the documentary. You better not release that documentary and no fucking lies because all he going to do is come back and sue y'all. So,
yeah.
Tread softly, hoes.
Put the brakes on.
And again, I'm not condoning no type of violence. Sexual assault, no nothing. If he did that shit, get him better shit. But if he didn't do that shit, stop fucking playing with him.
Yeah.
And that's just the bottom line.
Not even just famous people, regular people in general.
Hello. Crazy. All right, what we got last to wrap up on this?
Oh, never mind. Small but mighty. So apparently,
this was so interesting.
This was very interesting mainly because I feel like although y'all heard from a different demographic other than the average and mundane everyday adult in corporate America or everyday life or senior citizens, whoever, all the common folk who, play a part in vote, listen or, have banter about politics all the time. So my thing is y'all talk to children, 10 and 11-year-old children, and they weighed in on the campaign. However, it just seems like y'all completely just didn't ask any black kids.
I think that was intentional.
Oh, definitely. But I'm just like, you should have asked everybody. Not even just black kids. Let me rephrase that. Y'all just asked all white children. Like, where is the... From diversity. What I saw, yeah. Like, there is a diverse, camp... It's lit.
But it was interesting to see how they all perceive the candidates. Like, and you can clearly tell, even though these children are the age that they are, 10 and 11 years old, you can clearly tell that they're heavily influenced by the conversations that are being held in their households and in their close vicinity.
Absolutely. It was very, very, very telling for sure.
This clip is not long, but I do want them to hear a little bit of what it was. And I want to see, does it say where this elementary school was? So yes, a psychologist from Arizona State University and a renowned political scientist from Stanford designed a test to understand how 4th and 5th grade students see the 2024 election candidates. So give me a second. I just want to start it over and I'm going to turn this up. Oh, shoot.
First word that pops into your head when you hear the name Kamala Harris? Liar. What's the first word that pops into your head when you hear Donald Trump? Pure evil. Which one do you think is more selfish?
Like selfish? Probably her.
Kamala Harris?
Yeah, because girls are a little bit dramatic sometimes.
And do you think that people in the United States are ready to have another 4 years of Donald Trump if he's reelected?
No.
Why not?
Because, like, I feel like all he does is, like, complain and, like, yell.
And, like, yo.
The most interesting comment out of all of those kids was a young lady who said her because she's a girl, because girls are dramatic sometimes. Mm-hmm. You directly heard that.
From your parents.
From your parents.
Probably your father.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Girls are just dramatic. Girls can't run the world because they're just dramatic sometimes. That's just how, and that was like the soft way of
and we ain't even did nothing
to her. And you know what? I had to double down because there is a you all right?
Spicy.
You went from sizzle to spice. And now it ain't nothing nice.
It hit the pipe wrong. It was like, go ahead. Woo!
I done lost my damn train of thought. What was we talking about?
Sorry.
Oh, the little girl.
Yeah.
And what else
when
was
she
I
said
saying?
girls are a little bit dramatic.
Yeah,
and we mentioned how maybe she
yeah. I had to double down on it because at the time that was strictly my thought as well. I'm like, I didn't feel like my thought was, I'm like, I felt like women were too emotional to run the country. I'm like, I didn't feel like women should be president either. Because at times we can get too emotional about things. And there's y'all gonna hate me for this. There's still a small part of me that feels that way. Because at times, not all the time, but at times, most women can make emotional decisions and won't go logical, but go based off our emotions. We all have a friend or know somebody else.
That's what I'm thinking here the whole time. In 2024, men are very emotional.
They are as well. I'm not saying that they're not.
I think the logic is just different. That's it. It's just different.
I absolutely agree with that. Men are absolutely emotional as well. They don't want to admit it.
Pride is emotional. Yes.
It's
they move off of that. Like, everybody got to slam their dick on the table. So to me personally, I just feel like whoever is the most level-headed individual who can think for themselves, because I feel like since society has morphed into what it is now, let me just keep it in real lame terms for all my people who don't
these
like to get
days, that's why I said now, that's only a small part of me that feels that way, because I went from straight standing on that to this is a very small percentage that feels that way because of exactly what you guys are saying, because of how things have, the scale has tipped these days. Like you said, you men are, I don't know what y'all thinking with your eyebrows or something, because y'all
even in history they caused whole wars over women. What, Troy? The heck? Just saying. I'm pretty sure that was a thing. You know what? That's my bitch.
Well, my
nigga said, walk him down on him right in his gladiator sandals.
But meanwhile, you had a nigga and another bitch on the side.
He said, something, get the blazing.
Y'all know them kings wasn't faithful. And you know that he knows I'm unfaithful.
I'm crying.
I'm just saying.
For real.
But yeah. Either way, all you hoes is emotional,
Yes.
men and women. Stop the madness.
I just felt,
in my Martin
in a
voice.
perfect world, the most level-headed person who had their best interest for the country would be the best candidates to run the country.
I absolutely agree. But that being
Period.
said, speaking of the country, let's move on to the boss
Of the week,
who's running the T-Hill country this week.
the head honcho, Curly Client Experience. So Curly Client Experience is, excuse me, she's a natural hair stylist extraordinaire. She's licensed in curly hair care. She does Rezo cuts and Rezo light certified or something like that. So her website is www.vagaro.com/the Curly Client Experience. She has her own website. Go there, see what you can book, check her out.
Dominicana? She's Spanish?
It seems so. I don't know if
you
she's.
rolled your tongue when you was pronouncing some of them words.
I don't know if she is.
Or was that just your Dominican side coming out?
I hate you. What she is specifically, but I definitely
Is she
do
Hispanic?
think.
Or was that your Hispanic side coming out?
I'm bland.
Damn, didn't you hear her roll her tongue?
I'm
She
saying
said
the last
she
name.
said Rosa, Roro. That's what she said, didn't you?
Why you always gotta embarrass me on
Damn,
camera?
did she not say Rosa?
Did you start? Her name is Christina though. It's spelled like your name, just with an A on the end.
But did you not
See,
say Rosa?
She be hooking them up. That's a totally different head of hair to me.
She trying to deflect. She heard what the fuck I said.
I'm not. They here look nice. They here look
What's her
nice.
name again?
The Curly Client Experience. Her name is Christina. Shout out to you, boss of the
She
week.
don't want to roll her tongue. Shout out to you, Christina. Christina's not here.
It seems as if she does color too. Nice, cute, natural styles, coils and stuff like that. So yeah, twist outs, wash and goes. Go see about her. Get your hair right.
Shout out to you, girl.
Patty looks amazing.
Thank you. Yes, she
First
does.
of all,
Okay.
it's the wig for me.
Yes, she
and y'all
does.
y'all already know she used to rock this anyway.
Yes, she did. You know,
Patty
you know
was
I'm
always gonna rock the flips.
You know I'm getting me a
with the
flip
little
in the
feather
French
front.
roll for the cash money in the 99. I am not playing with you hoes. I'm going straight fucking fly girl style. That shit like cash money taking over for the 99 and 2000.
Where do you think you're wearing this French roll to?
The concert. The CD banana.
You're gonna piss me off. Anywhere. Let's
You
go.
don't think it's appropriate to wear a French rose to the cash money?
No.
Wow, I'm going dressed like the bitch in the white shorts from the Bake That Ass Up video. Fuck is you talking
With
about?
a bucky head, and she had flips with a bucky head.
I'm going with the flips, bitch, or like the bitch from Project Bitch video. Fuck is you talking
I'm
about?
hollering.
I'm going with the French roll and the flips. Give me a Project Bitch.
That's what they was wearing in the video. I don't think was we still wearing French rolls in 2000. I don't remember that. I know we was doing flips.
We were not
Flips
wearing
and
the French
twisties.
rolls. The French rolls was stopped in the 90s, but I'm going with a French roll.
Oh, okay. That's what I was just trying to figure out. My fault, because I thought it was me.
Because I want to mix him up.
Okay, well, have a ball.
I feel the sense of judgment coming in. I don't like it.
I'm not judging you. I was just trying to make sure my sense of style era was intact. I was like, hold on, wait. Did we? I don't think we were. I know, yeah, it was the 90s for sure. But all right,
The French rolls was in the 90s.
Do what you feel, girl. You already know I'm gonna do how I feel, dress how I feel.
First of all, you over here with these fucking edges swooped in these gold earrings, looking like a 90s chick, and you got the nerve to be fucking talking about my French roll.
I need an around the way, girl.
Okay, and that's just what I want. Okay, edges gonna be swooped, just the fuck like that. Thank you.
Period. Oh my goodness.
All right, yo, let's get into the first topic. Anna, when you put this shit on, I watched this entire video. I said, no, why the fuck would she put this on here? So Anna, I'm gonna just let you put this topic on the list. So I'm gonna let you lead the way.
I just want to know. I don't know. I have so many questions. The situation is about a parent who was trying to bring awareness to a situation. So basically, she made a video, posted on social media, talking about how, for starters, let me just say this. I appreciate the fact that her daughter's school had parents sign waivers so that their children could take health class. Now, if I know me personally, if I'm about to sign anything, I need to know why I'm signing it. I need to see what is the whole, like, I need to know everything from top to bottom.
Ordeal.
Right. So upon doing her own research and going and following, because they provided a link, they provided a syllabus, which was also great, excellent. We're doing the basic.
They did all the right steps.
They did. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. But however, when it came to the content, it was just like, what exactly is happening and who exactly is, on this, sitting in on this board, approving this content. You know, this.
So, I was taking the bait.
Yes.
Like I said, I didn't put this on the list, but when she put it on the list, I said, now mind you, the target audience for this content that we're about to discuss is 5th graders. Mm-hmm. The average 5th grader is what? 10 years old?
Mm-hmm. Like around the same age as the previous kids who were talking about Trump, like around that age, yeah. Yeah,
right.
9, 10 years old.
9, 10 years old. The content in which like she said, the permission slip, the waivers were sent out to the parents involved. And I'm not sure if we want to say the name of the page where they were getting the information from or not.
No.
But it was content of masturbation.
Yes.
And I'm talking about not actually showing private parts, but actually the cartoons acting it out. I mean, we're talking about, I guess, the type of stuff you would see on like Big Mouth and stuff like that, like shows like that. With both boys and girls. And immediately I went, why the hell would 5th graders need to be filled with content about masturbation?
To go even further,
I don't feel like that's necessary.
I mean, but to go even further into that, because it's like, oh my God.
Like, what benefit can they have?
I guess they feel like, in a sense, that is reinforcing the idea of abstinence because you're pleasuring yourself. You're not seeking a pleasure from somebody else. However, it's possible that some people may look at that because some people do. I've heard people mention it.
I mean, possibly,
say,
but not
like
necessarily.
They talk about, because it happens to children at a young age. They start figuring out who they are. It's not uncommon for children to explore in that kind of way. So I guess my question that I pose is, because I don't have children, and I feel like that's something very touchy, and I don't even know how to begin to tell you how a parent is supposed to, when they're supposed to address it. I just do feel like that if anybody is supposed to talk to a child about that, it should be their parents. Because I'm like, you are going to figure out things and learn things from the world. But I feel like, I don't know if I would approve of that being part of a curriculum. I can see how one could think about it in another, you see what I'm trying to paint?
I can see it. There's a level of that conversation.
There has to be a level of discretion
that you should have. Too. But going as far as masturbation is not the level that it should go to. Again, my other thing is, what benefit is it to insert that in a child's curriculum at the 5th grade that would support or benefit their development even further as they grow into adulthood? Like the things that I learned in school in the 5th grade, there's some things that I feel like were beneficial and others that were absolutely not. And I don't feel like learning about sex even earlier would benefit me as I transition into adulthood. I just don't.
So because then it becomes, okay, so when do you introduce it? Because if I can remember in 5th
That's
grade,
why I said
people
again,
were
it's
already
a level.
having sex. So let's be real about it here. That's why I'm saying.
Oh, I didn't know anybody having sex in the 5th grade.
People were having sex in 5th grade.
I'm not saying it did not happen. I'm just saying I wasn't aware of anybody.
The boys wasn't fucking themselves.
In the 5th grade.
They used to be talking about getting their little wee sucked when we was in 5th grade. I wasn't doing any of that either. But however, at the same time, it doesn't mean that it wasn't happening even within our generation.
That's what I said. I'm not to say that it wasn't happening, but
and women been getting pregnant young since the beginning of time. Men was marrying women way younger than them. So it's just like, when is the appropriate time? And now that we are in a space where we understand and we know that because of people's mindsets when they're that young, it's not appropriate for them to even be responsible to be married to somebody, older like that. It shouldn't be a thing. It just shouldn't exist because of their mindset. And, they haven't acquired the emotional intelligence to be able to deal with something like that. And I think and that's why I'm saying, like, that's why I'm just like so all over the place with it. Because it's like, for me personally, I would never introduce that as something that I would want to talk to my parents about teaching kids ever in life. Like, if I was a teacher, no, hell no. I would be like, y'all can find somebody else to do it real quick, fast, and in a damn hurry. Because that's a slippery slope. It's just like, okay, so you're trying to tell me, instead of teaching my child to abstain, and it's other ways to educate them in a positive way so that they are educated.
In elementary school.
Because I feel like I also feel like not educating them on things is just as bad as well.
I do agree with that. So that's why I said it's a level to where they should take their conversation, but I don't think it should necessarily go as far as masturbation, because like you said, you do start figuring yourself out earlier than 10 or 11 years old. So you are going to have questions, which is why I think there are certain conversations that should be started.
At home.
Right, at home. But to the extent of, you know, okay, well, this is how you pleasure yourself, and this is what this... Like, they can't even fucking spell masturbation. So why the fuck are we using those terms with them at the 5th grade? These are not words that they're using in the 5th grade spelling bees, because I know damn well I wasn't.
I think they do. But if you really think about what they were saying, when they were even just talking about Trump, they know what they're talking about.
I'm not saying...
Exactly. Hormones, and then boys wake up with their little morning situations at that age as well. So
that's
they're
why
already,
the conversation should be started. That's what I'm saying, because there are things that are happening with their body that things
just
should
like
be
the little
talked
boy said
about.
in the video.
But physically, masturbation, I just think that's a
introducing that
forward. Yeah, maybe
with the yes, absolutely. Okay, that's a better idea.
Yeah, and I don't think that they have not. But again, it should be a way to ease to levels. It's levels to their conversation.
Honestly, and you want to know where you want to know? I have to chime. Yeah, because I used to work with somebody that literally flat out told me. She literally. Listen, and
that really got to be the bottom line. Dom, say that louder for the bitches in the bed, because I want them to be able to hear you. Because I really do feel like that's why the average parent doesn't want to talk about sex. If y'all did not hear it, Dom said the average parent is scared to talk about sex with their child because they're not comfortable with their own sexuality or sexual being or sexual wellness when it comes to themselves in general. And I think that's absolutely fucking true.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Because I feel like when you start that conversation, you feel like the child might start asking you questions that you're not even sure of how to answer yet.
And I think
because you know, the child mind is wild. You be about to say, it's a whole show dedicated to the kids say the darndest things. So you're saying you never know. Your kid might start tripping you up on some shit like wow, what do you mean? Like, did you just say?
Like, how you know about that?
Where you heard that word at? Mm-hmm. What's the craziest thing your child ever asked you? What's the craziest thing either one of your kids ever asked you? Edit this out. Not edit this out. I wanted you to say something
give the PG-13 version, yes, or do something else that was not the craziest.
Say not
maybe
that
just give
way.
us something.
Even the craziest, but she just know like pronouns, like certain not pronouns, but in that community.
She know. Oh,
well, that's the generation though.
She described something that she writes, and she was like, "Yeah, do you know that?" And I was like, "Bitch, how the fuck you know it?"
But in my head, I would assume that they're teaching kids pronouns in school, though.
Not just pronouns, but it was the type.
Okay.
Like a STEM.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what she knew that?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have necessarily expected her to know that.
Because at my age, I never knew the difference.
I got what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. They know everything.
Yeah, because again, our generations are different though. There weren't all these different identifications in different, I guess, categories and per se.
Even the gender fluid conversation. That
all like you said. When we was growing up, it was just gay or straight.
Yeah, right.
Literally, it was gay or straight. It was like that was male or female.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked. You know, that's something new for us.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of crossways and roads and byways in the community. It is,
and like you said, but this is, and they're so fluid with the language because they're growing up in it. Think about it; it's so off-putting to us because we didn't grow up with their language. We have to now get adjusted to not saying words that we grew up saying, or people around us grew up saying. To no, now that's derogatory. Now this is the new term. Where now you have 5 new terms to say. You know, this specific or to identify this specific category, this specific type of person. So with that being said, nowadays in her generation, that's all she know. It's nothing new for her to learn. That is what she knows.
Even from a standpoint of like, even just the terminology that's used. You know how coming up, we had our different terminology and stuff like that. Like, so, you know, we might say, like, back in the day, we used to say chewy. They might say something
different
completely
slang,
different
yeah,
now.
For stuff, yeah.
Yeah, they probably say something different in the young community now. I don't know. I can't think
Now
of it
they
right
probably
now.
think
But
Chewy is the dog toy company.
exactly.
They call it chewy.
Do they?
Yes, they call it chewy.
Oh, I never realized that.
Or fixation, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh. It was, yeah, because I'm like, oh yeah, because we definitely call
That's
it
a new
chewies.
one for me. I never heard that in the autism community. Okay. All right.
Well, yeah, it's just something to really. Woo! She made that video. She's like, I gotta rap for y'all. I gotta let y'all know, you know. And I already know, like, she probably was like, gotta sit this one out. But she did mention, which I do like, and I think it's fair. Because it's like, if you want to see change and you want to know what exactly is happening and you want to speak up and be a voice and protect your child and their interests, you do have to join PTA. You do. Mm-hmm. So you have to be at those meetings. You have to be at the, they board.
Want you to bake cookies and shit and talk and write notes and contribute. And
vote on different things.
And I said, contribute a solid perspective.
And be resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And set up and break down at the kid events.
I'm crying.
They do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let us know what your thoughts are on that, because that's a parent or non-parent, in the LGBTQ plus community or not in the LGBTQ. Let us know, because to be honest with you, I'm more interested in with those within the community, what their perspective is about exposing this type of information to children at such a young age. Because there was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was a secondary clip in there. They talked about like gender identity and things like that as well. Like that was the other piece. It wasn't just about like
it wasn't just about masturbation, but I just thought it was the video they played that where the little boy was in the bed and he was like, "Wow, sometimes my stuff, like my penis stands up." Like that's how the video was. Like I'm not even kidding. I had to mention that because
the first one started with him jerking off behind the computer, and the mom knocked the door and was like, "What are you doing in there?"
She was like, "Stop doing that, or you'll go blind or something like that."
Yeah, he was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "I'm coming."
Like nobody, right? Yes, yeah. It was very paused, very, very. It was like, wait, what did he say?
Honest to God, that's what he said.
Yeah, that was some of the stuff that they were. Yeah.
I'm about to send it to you.
Yeah, so you can watch it later. Yeah,
this was a part of the curriculum that was going to be taught in the health class, and that's when the mom, she said she signed the permission slip for her daughter not to participate. This was a part of the curriculum, and so they were giving them, they were showing different clips of information of this is the type of stuff, this is what we're going to be showing.
Excuse me, like the different modules
in the class. No, I think that was a part of the biggest alarming part to me, that it was actually visuals attached. I think maybe if it wasn't visuals attached, I probably would have approached it. Yeah, the conversation about it, but the visuals I think was really threw me off. It's overdoing it a little bit. Yeah, so a conversation, because that's another thing to think about, conversations versus putting pictures and visuals to it.
It gets to be deep. That's a little deep.
Do you feel like it's a difference?
Honey, that's
Would you just cancel it out altogether, or
what do you do?
Is one a little bit more intense than the other? For me, the visuals are definitely.
I ain't gonna lie.
Intense.
So I had to mention this too. So just to piggyback off this, I saw this blew my mind.
I didn't even realize schools had actually started inputting the gender neutral bathrooms.
Oh yeah, my old job did that. That was, and
I didn't realize that. Like public schools or like charter schools, I didn't realize that.
It's been happening at the clubs. So a PA school, a school district has reversed course after installing surveillance windows in its gender inclusive bathrooms. So these surveillance booths they claimed that they built them in the bathrooms so that people could be, so they could deter children from having certain behaviors like vaping in the bathroom, using drugs, bullying other students, or like just simply cutting class, trying to find a place to hang out. So, but the thing is, there's no windows in the other bathrooms. So if you're doing the gender inclusive bathrooms, just windows in there, why wouldn't you? One would think the windows would be elsewhere in the other bathrooms too, right? So that was just weird to me. It just was really, really weird. So, a lawyer basically was like, listen, y'all gotta get this out of here. Pack it up, okay? It's an unlawful practice. It ain't, it's divisive. It's
If you feel like you
ostracizing.
had to do that, then you should have never put gender neutral bathrooms in the school.
Right, but it's just like, why are you? I don't feel personally, I don't feel comfortable with nobody sitting in the bathroom, because what if it's your niece, your nephew, your child, whatever the minor is, whoever they are to you, they're in the bathroom, they decide that they want to use that bathroom, and it's just an adult sitting there looking like, who?
You can't even go to the bathroom and have a private conversation. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but my thing is, I don't want nobody sitting in the bathroom just sitting there. That's weird to me. Like, that's so weird to me. I don't know. Like, oh, I'm gonna watch you so y'all don't do nothing. Like, what? They're like 13 years old. Why are you in here? And it was a whole school district, so who knows at what age it cut off? Because even in high school, it's weird on every level. I feel like in high school, I'm gonna deck you if you looking at me too hard. Why are you staring, miss? Why are you staring, sir?
And it was exposed to the hallway, so it was like, even when class is changing, like anybody walking by can see you.
True. But it's just a makeshift booth for me. It's just sitting there, and I don't like it.
That's what it is. It's a window. Like that's what it said. Anybody walking by can see them.
Yeah, they can. Yep. They just cut a hole in the damn wall and just call it a day.
That's it's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. Yeah, all this and parents, again, I can hear somebody yelling at the screen now about, we don't know what we're talking about. Shut our non-parent asses up. Well, how about this? You join us in the comments and give us an informative perspective on what we're discussing. Please and thank you. We'll meet you there.
Amen.
So,
anyway,
what do we have for our next topic?
Oh, you put this one.
Ooh, I did.
Or did I? You did. Somebody. This is crazy.
All right, y'all. This shit was wild. When I
would have drugged him by his nostrils down the longest interstate.
So, y'all, there was a woman. Let me
goofy
see.
ass. Look at him.
He do look
and
like
his head shaped like a lemon head. You pissing me off.
So I said I was gonna try to stop saying that.
What?
All right, y'all. The N word. All right, so this was in Texas. So a woman's her husband drives trucks for a living, and apparently in her eyes he was missing for 2 days. So she filed a police report, like any average person would do, right? She filed a police report. She puts it up on Facebook, tags him, kind of putting awareness out there.
This is ghetto.
She update y'all. Because, remind you, she has the location on his phone. So, she looks at his phone. She noticed his truck had moved for a certain amount of hours. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what she said. She said, missing. I need help / advice. My husband, ... says his name. Picked up a load on Friday from Texas, going to PA. Haven't talked to him in 2 days. I'm beyond worried because this is unlike him. He always calls home. His phone has been going to voicemail for 2 days. He does suffer from health issues. I called the company he works for. They said he was last in Maryland, but the contractor hasn't moved for 17 hours. They said if he doesn't make the delivery by tomorrow, they will call the police. Is that number? She asked, was that normal for a company to do that? And she asked for all kinds of, help for tractor information towards that area. Then she gives an update and says his location has been found. She doesn't know what his conditions are, and he's still in the same spot.
Alive. I'm still alive.
Still alive. So, long story short, the nigga ends up coming home, alive and fine. He wasn't sick. He wasn't hurt, damaged, no nothing. He issues her a long drawn out apology on Facebook. I like to issue a public apology to my wife, blah, blah, blah. I've seen all the bashing and allegations from all the internet trolls about us not really being married or her being a crazy ex-stalker, what she has done. She did what any wife would have did. She thought something happened to me, and with me having medical issues, she thought I was in an emergency. So, can y'all please stop with the bullshit? Bottom line, I entitled this topic, Missing or Manipulated?
Both.
Because by the time I got to the end of it,
he got missing on her ass. but he also manipulated her at the same time. Because that's crazy. And
Do you feel like you would have believed the story of your husband drive truck saying, 17 hours, he was located in the same spot. He came home, he was fine, no scratches. He didn't get into no accident. Nobody robbed him. Nobody tried to kidnap him. He didn't pick up no hitchhikers, no strippers. No escorts on the side of the road. He ain't lose his phone, he ain't fall in no ditch, he ain't fall in no river. His car didn't flip over off the side of the highway. He did not circle. Burn on the fire. He didn't get arrested. Or nothing. Would you have believed that bullshit? When somebody's phone going straight to voicemail, black people code, they did her in jail. Mm-hmm. So she did what she was supposed to do.
No, she did, but I just believed that he was somewhere where he wanted to be and it wasn't at home.
And that's exactly where my mind was. I said, bitch, he was in the same spot for 17. Now he parked that truck up and he took an Uber because he knew he was going to be out there for a while.
He had the burner boy.
You hear me?
He left the regular boy in the eight
He parked that bitch up at a truck stop and he got the four-wheeling down motherfucking highway 91.
He got on his good foot for sure.
Bitch, I get up on your good foot.
He did.
That nigga was lying. Like you said, he went missing on her ass.
Yes. And manipulated her.
Manipulated the fuck out of her. My question was, is you that stupid?
He gonna say, come at me. Like, they done already tore her a new one.
But you late.
You 17 hours late.
When you issued this 4-page letter apology on Facebook, again, my nigga, you was trying to save face and trying not to embarrass her because you saw all that she had went through to bring awareness. But my nigga, it's not working.
It's not.
It's not. And like I said, you look goofy. We gonna post this on the page this week because I want y'all to see how goofy he looked. He looked like somebody we know.
I'm cracking up.
Like maybe somebody we went to school with or something that I ain't like. He look like somebody I don't like.
Okay.
And I can't remember who it is. But we gonna post it on the page.
You're annoying, bro. Only you. Let me not do that.
What?
I almost deleted something by accident. I'm sorry.
Delete all that shit. Sorry.
That's not.
But she got manipulated, heavily manipulated. Do you feel like you ever found out a lie that somebody told you, that most likely a man, and then you, like, when you think back, when you find out for sure that they was lying, you think back like, damn, what the fuck made me believe this shit? What was it that made you believe this shit in the moment?
No, I really always feel like I always know. I don't think I've ever been deceived.
I'm a pessimist. I assume everybody lying until I assume everybody's a liar and the truth ain't in you until I'm like the court of law. You guilty until I prove you innocent.
I just feel like if I ever had any suspicions, it was automatically like, nope, you're lying.
God gave us a woman's intuition.
I may not be able to put my finger on it, or I might have an idea about it, but I definitely know you're lying.
Because like even if I stay around, I'm gonna keep that shit in the back of my mind. Like, you feel me? I'm like, y'all be getting away with. You know what's crazy? I was listening to the radio show and a girl said the same damn thing.
What?
And she got caught up. This was the same. She was manipulated too, and she was trying to figure out, was she petty or was she really manipulated? She said she went over to her boyfriend's house to pick up their dog because he had went away on a vacation and she wanted to pick the dog up so she could watch it. She got over there, his female best friend over there, laid up in his bed in his robe that she bought him for Christmas, watching a movie.
Yo, that shit was like me.
I swear to God, yo, listen, look, watching a movie, right?
She'd have been like, right off the
Listen, this bitch started asking the question. She said when she went out, she heard the voice say there's somebody there. She went in there. She said, I recognize the voice from where there. She been in there watching. She in there asking questions. While she talking to the bitch, her boyfriend FaceTime the best friend. Peep this, y'all. Watch this. Watch what I'm about to say.
She lying. This ain't real.
Swear to
ain't
God,
no way in hell.
I swear, I'm gonna tell you when we get off air. I'm gonna tell you exactly what show it was. You gonna be like, bitch, because you know it's something I listen to all the time. He FaceTimed the friend. Soon as he FaceTimed her, she let him know your girlfriend here. He immediately started asking about the dog. And then when he stopped asking about the dog, then he's like, oh, hey, babe, I love you. I miss you. Da, 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 da.
Little liar.
Yo.
It's the way she answered the phone, too. Don't.
First of all, that's cheat code number one. The moment you answered the phone and she warned you that your bitch was there, she didn't want you to fucking say the wrong shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
And you got the nerve to be sitting there questioning, asking. And then you gonna say you don't think there's nothing going on between them? You questioning?
I'm gonna pray for her.
Is this?
Cause I'm.
I think it's only hard depending on what kind of person you were, because it ain't never hard with me.
I understand you, but it's just the way that was set up just right. Why would you ever be in his robe? Sorry.
She said she was over there because her and her husband was having the problems, and he gave her the advice that she could stay over there while he was away. Right, I showed you the lean on is a dick to ride.
Bitch, start doing merry-go-round spins.
That shit happen every fucking time I went over to my.
Help us all,
Jesus, please. I released that demon spirit.
Girl, we've been giving them a show. How much time we got left on there?
They can say fuck. You want to say fuck talk the reality check and say before another one?
Yes, we can. I think, yeah, y'all.
We gave them almost an hour. We in 56 minutes an hour, so we don't drag this what we call the fuck out. There was a lot of shit going on in the week. We had a lot of shit we wanted to bring to. Anna brought most of the shit to the table. I'm gonna do anything, blame it on Anna.
It's crazy because I didn't say quite a few things I said I was going to say. I don't know where the hell I've been at, but anyway.
If anything y'all put on the segment, blame it on Anna.
All right, well, I guess that's all we have for you. Sorry.
Meet us in the comments, because I know we had a lot to say this week, so I'm quite sure y'all have a lot to say back to us. Meet us in the comments, follow, like, subscribe, and share it to all of your friends.
Share it.
And meet us in the streets. See y'all next week. All things to each his own podcast. Bye.
Deuce.